Breathe some life into your home this summer, Carl?
I do, Georgie.
That's right.
Well, the most effective and budget-friendly way to do that is to bring the outside in with plants.
And everyone's favourite DIY man and green thumb, Rob the Palm Palmer, is here. Good morning to you, Rob.
Georgie, gardener.
Oh.
We are on fire. Carl, there's a plant named after you, I'm sure of it.
We'll get to that. Obviously, a lot of people fail with indoor plants.
Correct.
It's pretty easy to kill them. I know I've done it plenty of times.
Yep.
Start us off with palms, because they are fairly easy, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty easy. Look, the thing with palms, show me your hands. Lady palms, right? Lady palms. This is a lady palm. See, it's got the stem with the palm on the end there like that.
Yep.
Now, these things, you want water, but not too much. The problem people have is that they overwater stuff. And if you put too much water in a palm tree, it's going to drown the roots.
They rot.
The secret is to lift the pot, have it in a pot, but then lift the pot that it's been bought in off the ground, and then make sure the water doesn't sit in water.
How do you know what size pot is the right size?
Well, basically, look at the size of the plant and then make sure it sits in a pot, Carl. That's about it.
Yeah.
Don't need to get cranky.
Do they need much natural light?
Well, they don't like direct sunlight too much because palms grow in canopies in rainforests and things like that. So if you've got natural light near a skylight in your home, maybe, in a bathroom near the window or on a western window or a northern window, but not in direct sun because it burns the leaves.
Yep.
So you can see this one's got a bit of brown leaf on the end, but, you know, so when the leaves start to burn like that, it's either too much sun, not enough sun, too much water or not enough water.
Right.
OK, what about these?
Well, same family, palm trees. What you want to do, if you're sitting a palm in one of those trays, the water trays, you water them so that the water goes down, fills up the tray. Then you want to empty the tray because if they sit in the water, they rot. And then you just get rid of the tray. And then as long as the soil's damp, you stick your finger into about the first digit, Carl. Right? Everyone's got different digit lengths, but that's rough guide. And then if it's dry, water it. If it's not, don't. Pretty easy.
Easy.
What about ferns? They're hugely popular, aren't they?
Well, ferns, everyone's got one of these things in the bathroom, you know, and they're brown or yellow.
The Maidenhair Fern is my #1 killer. I just cannot seem to keep them alive. Have you got any tips?
Well, OK, they love humidity, they love warmth. So if you've got it in the bathroom, there's wet air in there all the time, so you don't have to water them. Overwatering's the problem. And then you might fertilise them now, just as coming into summer, when, you know, basically things are starting to grow a lot. Don't fertilise them in winter or you kill them.
But feed them now.
They're really temperamental. Feed them a little bit now, but what they say is to put sea salt into your spray bottle water and have about a half mix and just spray it on the leaves. And that gives them enough fertiliser. Over-fertilising them will kill them.
One of my favourite trees, I guess it's not a tree, it's a plant, is the fiddle-leaf fig.
The fiddle-leaf fig.
Oh, they're very popular, Carl, these days.
They're very on trend, Carl.
But they can be expensive, right?
Yeah, they are.
OK, let's say that's a fiddle leaf. This is a fiddle leaf too, right? It's because the leaves apparently look like a violin. I can't see it. But when they grow off like this, you want to turn them around so that they face away from the light, because then if the sun's over here, it'll grow back towards the sun.
Oh, is that right?
But something like this will cost $100. That's
expensive.
A fair bit of cash.
Yeah.
And you have to polish the leaves as well.
Yep, brush the dust off the leaves. Just how good are you? So
apart from overwatering, what are the other biggest mistakes people make with indoor plants, do you reckon?
Well, basically, there's only really 2 huge mistakes: is overwatering, 4, overwatering, underwatering, too much sun and not enough sun. So it's one of those things, you go, what have I done wrong? I'll change it, and then you change it too much and it goes wrong for you. But they're really things like, if you are having problems with planting, Carl, succulents. Here's your answer. Come check these out. So a succulent, I love the name, really. Just the name succulent does it for me. But Cactus is in the succulent family.
Yeah.
And then they're basically full of water. So you don't need much at all. You put
Low maintenance.
You put a water bottle over that, spray them once every 2 weeks, and that's it. You're done.
Cacti are very trendy too at the moment, aren't they?
And they love the sun. It doesn't matter. Yep, the odd cactus. But they love the sun. You can put them. Don't put them in direct western window sun because that'll burn them, especially if they're not used to it. But you know, they love full sun most of the time. Cactus and succulents, and they'll love you forever. If you put them in too much shade, they actually get really stringy and they grow out, and you find them stretching for the sunlight.
Can you cut them off and plant them again?
Yes, you propagate for sure. You're best to take mid-growth leaves if you're going to propagate. So, you know, this little guy, I'd just take one of these off.
Snip him off.
Right, one of those down there.
Yeah, and
plant it. He didn't feel a thing.
No.
And then put that down, lay it on a piece of tissue.
Oh.
Give him a little bit of water on top, lay him in the sun, and wait for a week or two till it scars over. Once the wound heals, pretty hard to see at home, I imagine, that little piece of...
Yeah, succulent.
Yeah, the leaf. But once the leaf scars over, you can just chuck that down into the ground and then you'll see roots pop out and away they
Gee,
go.
great advice there. You're on top of it.
You know what else we've got? Look at this.
Just finally, yes.
It's fake. You wouldn't have known, would you?
No.
Oh, they do good fakes these days.
I mean, to buy that in the shop as a real one, there's $50.
It's unbelievable.
Now, that's a fakie.
Can't tell.
How much is a
Little leaf
fakey?
fig. Well, this would probably be about the same, $50. You pay what you pay, but at last,
tell.
you can't kill it, George.
No, you can't.
You can't kill it.
Oh,
that's what I love a
my
fake
perfect plant. Thank you very much,
Rob,
mate.
just so insightful. Thank you
Okay.
very
We
much.
try.
We do.